So we have for some reason, Gordon Klingenschmitt has been wonderful enough to get the initial position every time we do this nowadays because he's just a shit. He's such a shit. This man,
Yeah.
the fact that he refers to himself as Dr. Chaps. What the fuck is that all about, man?
That's his name he gives when he goes to the gay bar. I'm Dr.
When he goes to 24-hour fitness at night, you know. Tap, 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 tap. And he's talking to Peter LaBarbera, and the only reason I bring that name up is because I remember I was listening to a clip one time, and we posted it on YouTube about Peter LaBarbera and what's his name, Daubenmeier. I don't remember what his first name is. And I'm like, who the fuck are these two guys? And apparently they're big in the Christian world, but not so much on atheist podcast. God damn it, that's a big spider. Sorry. I'm in my basement, people. Hey. So we have Gordon Klingenschmitt talking to Peter LaBarbera about Obama, which is going to be fucking rich. Oh, if I can actually get audio. If I don't have the channel muted, that would help out quite a bit.
Well, he has threatened, and that's the word the New York Times used, he has threatened public school districts that if they don't promote co-ed bathrooms for children in public schools and let boys shower next to girls in the girls' locker room after sporting events, then they are going to revoke and withhold their federal funding of the school districts.
No, that's not it at all. No. He's saying that if you're going to be horribly fucking bigoted people where you're saying, you know, transgender people aren't a real thing, you know, them girls that look like boys, they're going to have to go shower with the boys, you know, it's just, and it's not even that. It's not even that. I'm boiling it down because I can't. It's been week after week of this shit for like the last 6 months of the right wing not understanding transgenderism, not understanding people that have dissociative identity disorder or whatever other kind of thing that causes them to be transgender, or the fact that they were just like, as a lot of trans people that I know say that they were just misgendered at birth.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a lot of countries in the world where they don't have gendered bathrooms. They're all unisex.
And I've talked about it many times before that my favorite kind of bathrooms to go into, especially when I'm dragging kids behind me, are the family bathrooms that you have. Let's get more of those. Let's get more of the, you know, there's one toilet, one sink, and it's just a door that you can get into and you can lock behind you. And you can use it. You know, it doesn't we don't all have to pee and poop and shower and wash hands and shit all next to each other. We don't have to do that. We have the technology to have individual bathrooms these days.
And family bathrooms are great because if you're in someplace that has them and they're cleaning the bathroom that you would normally use, you're not stuck waiting for them to get done.
Yep.
You can just go into the family bathroom and do your business and get out of there.
Well, and I understand why we have urinals because we're men and we can just pee standing up kind of thing. But at the same time, a toilet does the same goddamn thing, except, you know, I take that back because as a janitor, you know, there are people that don't raise the seat, you know, even in the men's bathroom.
Yeah.
And
how are there people who still can't figure out how to use the toilet?
How do people piss like all over toilets? I don't get that. I mean, that's not the point we're talking about with Gordon Klingenschmitt here or anything, but
I mean, if you're gonna if there's something to be outraged about in regards to bathrooms, that's at the top of the list.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, it's
not who's peeing next to you.
No, what gets me is the random skid mark. You know, that like, how did that get there?
Yeah.
How did
you not wipe it? How did you not see it? And how did you not wipe it off?
When I worked at McDonald's, in college, they had the nastiest bathrooms.
Yeah.
And I mean, they would clean them and everything, but you know, you'd swear ET came down, took a shit in the toilet and left. I never forget. I will never forget. They're like, there's something wrong with the toilet. Can you go check it out? And I walk in there, And
it's like Quados being put down the drain.
there was whomever had used the toilet had literally filled the bowl, not with paper.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, and it was sticking up over the seat.
Oh wow. I can never claim any that good. I've had some where they almost reach my ass, but never the bowl. You know,
and it's just like I'm just gonna go out and say I can't do anything with this because I'm afraid if I flush it, it'll flood the bathroom, and I'm not cleaning that up. I don't get paid. I make minimum wage. Ain't no way.
You're not paying me enough to handle logs of that magnitude. It's just not going to happen.
Oh no, this wasn't a log.
It was a mound.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've had that after shredded wheat.
Oh. God.
Doesn't he need permission from Congress to do this? Doesn't Congress have power of the purse to say how this money is spent?
You know, he has executive orders where he can sign them. You know,
but this is also something that's handled by the Department of Justice since it's a Title IX issue.
Yeah,
yeah.
It is. The schools aren't doing what they're supposed to do under Title IX,
which is equal gender. You know, equality under gender. You know,
he's fully within his rights. Fully within his rights, and he's not even. The executive order didn't even cover the kind of things they're pissed off about.
Well, and he's saying, isn't Congress the ones that has the purse strings? It's like, yeah, if you're talking about spending, you know, Obama's saying we're not going to give you your funding if you're not going to follow federal fucking guidelines. You know?
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's how it works.
And so Mr. LaBarbera is going to come back with some amazing stuff here. Oh, that's exactly right there. I bet you that's the first line he says. I haven't watched this one yet, but.
Yeah, sure, of course, but Obama never really let the Constitution get in his way, as we saw with his systematic...
You don't even know what the Constitution says, you fucking idiot.
It's such a throwaway line that the right just loves to say.
It is.
You know? Oh, man, I'm going to be having a fun day at a birthday tomorrow where I'm going to just rile up old people like that believe stuff like this. It's going to be fun. The dude has an active subscription to InfoWars. I was hoping you were going to choke on your water there, Kyle. Damn it.
Destruction of the definition of marriage, Chaps. So, you know, he's all about the homosexual agenda. And now we have actual, very strong evidence that that's the #1 agenda item for Barack Obama.
That's really the #1 agenda item for Barack Obama is
really
trans rights, homosexual rights, and it's like, okay, good for him. You know, there are things that are going on in this country also at the same time that I would like to see handled. I mean, but I'm not saying that they don't deserve their rights or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, that's the #1 thing. You honestly think that's the only thing that Obama has on his mind right now?
God, we should just...
You think he's not being briefed on Syria every fucking day? You think he's not, you know...
One of these days, we should turn this into a drinking game where you take a shot every time they throw out one of those hot button buzzword.
We do need to have fun with real audio bingo. I saw the guys with the god awful movies are doing Christian movie bingo, which you know, where you have the magical black person. You have to put a thing on the board. You know, so we can do fun with real audio bingo where it's like Obama doesn't know the Constitution. Oh, there's one. You know.
Hold on, they mentioned the Constitution. Bam.
Or, you know, if you have Pat Robertson saying something slurred, you know, transgender.
Sure. Pat Robertson slurred.
We're not going to have Pat Robertson forever, though. That's the sad thing.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a good thing, but it's.
That's okay. Franklin Graham will take his place, I'm sure.
Graham's got some other family members too that are doing shit as well.
Yeah, his sister.
Ugh, I hate those people. So let's let this guy finish.
We had former Defense Secretary Gates say that of all the things regarding the military, the ending "Don't Ask, Don't Tell," like you mentioned, Chaps, homosexualizing the military.
No.
What?
Don't Ask, Don't Tell was abolished to allow more people in the fucking military.
Right, and that was an act of Congress. Yeah. By the way,
and. Let's put it this way: you were turning down people that wanted to be in the military.
Yeah.
You were discharging people.
And on top of that,
were doing nothing wrong.
I have a friend that was in Marine boot camp at the time, And he was telling me that people, when they were washing out, were using the whole "I'm gay" as an excuse.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there was a Simpsons episode where Skinner goes back into the military, and they decide, he decides he wants to leave, but he doesn't know how to do it. And Bart's like, "Oh, that's easy. Just make a passenger commanding officer."
I remember that now. That's funny.
Was the one thing that Obama really got jazzed about. He was really energized about that. So for whatever reason, Barack Obama has chosen the promotion of homosexualism and transsexualism now as one of his major achievements. It reminds me of Tony Blair in Great Britain, who had a similar view, and who also chalked it up as one of his achievements. And so this is the president that has promoted in this area the greatest moral evil by far of any president of the United States.
Okay, wait. I gotta look. I gotta look up because Tony Blair converted to Catholicism.
Oh no, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, right after he was stopped being prime minister.
Did he really? Wow.
Yeah, he came out as he'd actually converted. According to the interwebs, he was actually pretty supportive. He converted while he was prime minister, but he didn't go public about it because
that's frowned upon in England.
Yeah, being a dirty papist, as they
yeah.
as they refer to him. But yeah, so
that's for our friends across the pond.
And somebody has a website that is Tony Blair is a transgender Eskimo.
Wow. That's offensive. We should make a website where atheist or not atheist, where you just type a name in like a search engine for somebody and be like, yes, this person is an atheist, But then again, that's kind of like outing people if they're not. Well, no, they would have to be outed, and publicly so.
Yeah.
That's something to think about. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
because I think of a lot of these dumb little throwaway websites that I use sometimes where like, is it down for everyone else or just me.com?
Yeah.
Is it down.com?
Yeah. Where you wonder, is this website really down or is it just something? So, man. But to say that he was jazzed about all this stuff, it's like...
to say that it was the only thing he was jazzed about. No. Yeah, he was jazzed about it. Yes, it was an achievement. Yeah, it's a good thing. But they're never going to see that.
No,
they can't see past their own face.
No, and people don't even freaking care, who are under the age of like 30. It's only the older folks who have an issue. So
yeah,
most people
people don't care.
Yeah,
it's the hot button issue that they're fucking doing this election.
Yeah.
Even though nobody had a problem with it up until after Kim Davis, after the whole gay marriage thing, after June of last year when gay marriage was made legal, they've rabbled about that for a little bit. Then all of a sudden they went, "What about them trans people? I don't trust them."
Yeah. Well, they saw that it was a fight they couldn't win.
Yeah,
there's no way they couldn't win that fight.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready. I'm ready for the atheist war. I'm ready for them to be like, "Those atheists are coming for your kids." Like, I got my own fucking kids. I don't want any more.
I don't want any more.
Here, you want mine?
You want mine? You can borrow them for a little bit.
No, they're just afraid. They're just afraid because we'll go in and go, "Your parents are wrong.
Santa's not real.
They're lying to you.
He's probably more real than that Jesus guy."
Think about it. There's evidence for the existence of Santa. Presents. You wake up. Presents.
Reindeer hooves on your front lawn. I mean, come on, man. There's some evidence of it. We got video footage of it. I don't got no video footage of Jesus.
Call NORAD. They know all about it.
And there's thought that the Santa Claus story originated with shamans and magic mushrooms.
That's possible too.
Can you? I mean, I don't know about you, but
I'm willing to give that a try this Christmas.
yeah, you know.
I heard they don't show up on government drug screenings. We'll have to find out about that. Kyle, you ready? Thumbs up for people not watching on video.
Yeah, I don't know if I would trust that story.
No. Well, it came from another person that is government, so I would assume. I don't know. I cannot potentially go with the randoming. There we go. How about that?
Yeah. I mean, we've got random drug tests where I work, and I don't play with anything.
No,
because
I've been randomed one too many times. Like that atheist with the beard over there with the shaved head. We're gonna make him. He doesn't wear his garments to work. We're gonna make him do his drug test.
I want to watch him pee.
Oh, we need to do a drug test. Let's see. Mormon, X, and then Mormon.
Yeah, well, it's like...
fuck you guys.
I used to know a guy who was an aircraft mechanic, you know, for one of the commercial airlines.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever they had random drug tests, he was always selected because they always knew he'd come up clean. And they couldn't be sure about anybody else. So, and like my boss, or the owner of the company I work for now, was running into problems because a lot of these old-time employees are coming up positive on drug tests. And he you know, he's got to give them the random drug test to keep his workman's comp insurance. But if they come up positive,
you got to let those people go, or at least talk to them, or whatever it is.
Well, he was firing them, and then he realized I'm going through too many people this way. So, okay, you get a month off and you go to rehab. And
rehab.
Too many people were going to rehab, so now it's 2 weeks without pay.